We're not Minecraft. We're just chatting.
Yeah, just chilling.
It never changes the tags on Twitch. By the way, we're entirely live now.
Oh, awesome. I see the little live thingy.
Yes. And let me also... I need to create a thing to copy out.
Yes, you do.
I'll post it to the Hellenic Herald Discord.
Awesome.
While we're getting all of our ducks in a row, letting people hop on.
Yes, we are. Although I don't think my ducks are ever in a row. But, you know.
We try.
Let's see, there's the YouTube link.
And you can do the YouTube or the Twitch. I'm doing the Twitch.
Yep, I just saw the YouTube bot go bing.
Oh wow, that's great. Oh okay.
I know.
I'll just grab that then.
Yeah.
I'll put it down. Really, Dino? You can fit through there. He's just like, I don't understand. My husband's there just like poking the door further, and he's like, cat's like looking like,
oh, that's
it's literally
funny.
bigger than his head, which means you know he can fit through there. And then he had to like, and it's a door. He can just push it, but he just doesn't understand that he can just push it.
Oh, that's
like,
funny.
I don't know why. At Twitch. Hello, everyone. Yes, we are just chatting. I'm also popping. All right, so I guess I should probably do like a proper intro.
Probably.
Welcome everyone. We're doing another stream of Let's Just Chillin' Hellenists, and we are doing our altar tours today. So woo! And we are joined, obviously, by the same lovely person that.
There you go. There you go.
that joined me last time, which is B, the Hellenist Witch. So welcome again. And so today we're doing altar tours because somebody mentioned it last time, I think.
I think we just kind of were. I think I mentioned my first altar, and then you were like, we should do an altar tour. We were like, cool.
Yeah, people like altar tours.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute.
They can be helpful.
It can be, and I think it's also it's good to show different kinds of altars.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people want to have like this big thing, and don't get me wrong, I've seen people with these giant like display cases and stuff, and I'm just like, wow. And then I went around and photographed all the altars in my house, and then I was like, okay, mine's just all not in one place, so I guess you're right.
Yeah.
And then I actually do have, I think I'm going to check to see if I have some pictures from our Discord of some altars that people were willing to share. So that'll be fun. And we are now joined by my cat. There he is. So, out of curiosity, how many altars? Oh, wait, hold on. What are you drinking?
I have a Pinot Noir.
Ooh.
So that's fun. It is from the Prophecy brand, which is actually one of my favorites.
Ooh, I love your cup. It's so pretty. Is that painted on it, or is it like?
It is. This was a gift for my sister. It actually says "Mermazing" on it.
It's
kind of hard to see. But when I turned 21, that was one of my birthday gifts for my sister.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, dude. I love you.
I do have water, though, to kind of, like, mix in with it. And that is in my favorite Percolade cup.
I need that so much.
It is on the Shop Disney app. It is porcelain, so, like, it could break. And the lid is not very, like, suction-y down.
It's not the best cup. It's just a fancy-looking one.
It is. The actual cup is actually, like, a nice porcelain, but, like...
Yay.
I saw it, and I hit buy so fast.
There's so many things that I want to buy.
So I do have water to go with my wine, but it was a day.
Yeah, it is. Would you say you said it's the most what Monday feeling Wednesday?
Yes, it really is.
And you're 100% right. Yeah, I felt like that too. So let me just ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
First, how long have you been Hellenist or pagan?
At least 5 years, maybe more.
Okay, yeah, same. Yeah, same-ish. Because, oh my god, I think it's in my bio. I think I actually figured it out. But yeah, definitely like 5-ish years, for sure. Sit or go, pick one. So how many altars do you have? Oh, by the way, you're just Greek pantheon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, same. So how many altars do you have?
Let's see. Right now, I have my main one, and that one is kind of like divided into two.
Okay.
It's kind of divided into the Dionysus section because he's my main dude, and my kind of like general section where it could be anyone, like, because I think that's an important thing for me.
Yeah, a working altar.
Yeah, and then I have,
which we'll explain about that later.
Yes. Then I have one, I guess is technically a shrine in my kitchen for Hestia because I have a gas stove, so like it just makes sense. And let's see, I have to clean my desk before I make one for my desk, but I am planning to do one there. And I have a few things. It's like super small, really minimal up by my front door, but I do have a little bit. Got the sirens going. Yeah, that's never fun. So
is this not muted?
Ooh! Ooh! To answer your question, we are not doing readings. We're just chilling, hanging out, doing some altar tours.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, was my mic muted for the sirens or no?
It was, and then you unmuted it, and I was like totally scared.
They were just so loud.
They were loud.
Okay, Fabled Lesbian. If you would like to, as you are on Twitch, so this is where it's like this is not a reading stream, but like technically you can get a quick reading if you use the store. So if if you're on Twitch and you use !store, that is our Stream Element store, and on that store you can purchase with points that you earn by staying here, by interacting on the chat and stuff. Available items are snack, hydrate, praise, tarot, or stone. So I can pull an alphabet stone for you, or one tarot card, or oracle deck card, whatever. So check your points. Like, just do ! Points to check your points.
Yeah, they're super fun.
Yeah, I love the Yeah, I have 0 drachma because I own it. It's not fair. But it'll tell you how much drachma you have. Drachma. And then okay, so I won that. I lost count. I had one like a 2-for-1, and you have your kitchen and you have your working altar, right? Sorry, hold on here.
Yep, I
You
have
your
kitchen, my main one that's kind of like split into 2.
Yeah, that's a 2-for-1.
I have one by my front door. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's super small, but it's a little something. And once I get my desk like cleaned off and reorganized, I'm gonna put one there.
Nice. Okay, so like 6.
Yeah, I would say
5
like 3 going on 4, but you could stretch it to 5 if you wanted.
You said you're working on the one.
Yeah,
I'm counting that one too. Just because
I'm working on the general part. Also, I have no idea. I have prayer beads for Dio, and I have no idea where they went. Like I knew where they were. They were on my couch, like just over the armchair.
Get you more liquor.
No, this happened a few days ago, and I like went out. I was like, "Oh, I want those to do a little prayer before bed." So I went out, and they were gone. Like I have looked everywhere.
Oh
no! I have no idea what happened.
I just saw a pillar at my Goodwill on my walk, and it's like $15, and I want it so badly.
Ooh. It's not a bad price.
It's not. It's kind of a small one though.
Yeah.
But I am gonna need something to go next to this couch over here. There's a couch here. Y'all can hold on. I got this. Boom. This couch that I was previously covering with the avocado pillow, which then they got knocked over by a cat. Like the cat's knocked over. But eventually that cat tree's gonna go away. So I was thinking like maybe I'll just get it and like it'll be like the thing to hold my drink on.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Know.
That could be fun.
There's so many. There's also like things like you said. You have prayer beads. You don't have to have an altar. It's not required.
No.
So you can also use like prayer beads and things like that as well. But we do have altars, and people like altar tours because they're fun.
Yeah, they are fun.
So okay, and I have my main one in the hallway. I have an Aphrodite one. I have one for Hera. I have the general office one here, and then I have like this corner one, which is also a 2-for-1. So I'm like, and an altar. It has symbolic things for the gods and stuff on my desk. So like, also like, I have like 5-ish.
Yeah.
This cat just has no ability to make decisions at all. Do you want to sit down? Can you sit down, please? I will let you go first. Are we how do we want to do an order for this? Like biggest to smallest or like oldest to newest?
I was gonna do kind of oldest to newest because I actually went back and found like my very first altar. So that's fun. Okay.
My cat has no control over his tail. Just knocks everything down. So oldest, I like oldest to newest. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. Boom. And I'm gonna, there we go. Altars, oldest to newest. Ta-da. And while you're looking for the pictures, I have on this altar here, I have one of those like smoke falling down. Actually, I'll wait then because it's going to be oldest to newest. So that's a newer one. So I don't want this to burn out before. So I'm actually
that is fair. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Move you guys over there. And let's see.
And then I do have Mitchie.
All right, let's see. Okay, so I think we're good now.
Ooh. Okay, so I see what you're there you go.
There we go. It wasn't letting me record my second monitor, and I don't know why. So we're going to do it this way. So this is my very first altar. It's kind of dark because I had mood lighting. But
I love it.
Yeah, so I am a big beach person, and Aphrodite is the first deity I ever connected with. So I'll walk you through it. I've been collecting shells like my entire life, basically. So there you go. Also, there's a reason my gamer tag is Salty Mermaid.
Yes.
So we have this conch shell that is actually technically a candle, but I burned all of the wax I could out of it.
Yeah.
I have some jewelry down here that I was kind of dedicating to Aphrodite, along with over here. And over here, another anklet, a bunch of shells, some incense. I do not remember what kind of incense it was, but I know it was incense. Some crystals to help flesh it out. Right back here where the plus is actually a hagstone, because I had a bunch of them where I used to live.
Nice.
These two matching tea light candle holders are selenite, which I got them on Amazon for a really good price. And then someone
Does
was like,
selenite glow?
It kind of does when you have a
light source
in it, because it's super, super translucent. It might actually be satin spar or whatever, but it's all basically put under selenite. And in the middle, I have a Bath and Body Works candle because I was an undergrad. And I believe it was like a vanilla and rose scent. It was called the Love Scent.
Love.
Yeah. And over here, I made like a little salt scrub because after I did my prayer and everything, I was going to take a bath. So I was doing a nice bath ritual for Aphrodite, which I felt was appropriate. So let's see, it was salt. I think I crushed up some rose petals in it. I don't remember what else was in it, but that's basically what this was. And I did not keep this up. It was literally just for that night. But I really enjoyed it. Oh, also, this container is a container that my dad got my mom when they were like early on in their marriage. And I stole it, but like since it's a little heart shape and it's red on the inside and it has shells around it, and I was like, I'm snagging that for Aphrodite related things.
Aw.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, so that's that. Let's see, what is next? There we go. All right, so this one is next. Technically, this one was a travel altar. I made this one on the road, which is why I have a literal bandana that I usually wear in my hair as like an altar cloth.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I actually really like that trick, especially when like you're going on the road, is having a bandana that you can just put down as a makeshift altar cloth. It's really awesome, especially if you're doing divination. So this was for the spring equinox, and I was just doing like a little something before I went to bed. So I had this. It's technically like a mortar and pestle set, but I just used the bowl from it for like some salt, the coins, and then under that is like frankincense and myrrh resin.
Ooh, nice.
Because I brought a few things along the trip. This is called the Little Mermaid, but it's an orchid candle. I couldn't pass it, but it actually smells really good. It's orchid, so I thought for the spring equinox, it was like great color, great scent. Over here is literally just a mug of water. That's all. Nice. That's what I did for my libation. Literally, like where I was, I was at a family member's house, and they had the Berkey, so it was really good water. So I literally just took a mug, and then I poured it, and then I took it over and was like, there you go. And I mean, it worked. And over here, I have a tea light because they burn down reasonably fast, so that was nice. And I had crystals for a few deities. I have snowflake obsidian, which represented Persephone. because crystals are really easy to transport, especially when you get the small tumbled ones.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
so
you get,
it's a
like,
lot
really small
easier than
ones.
like cards or something. Like these are fairly small. This one, oh, what is it? I think it's citrine, which I use to represent Demeter. Malachite up here for Gaia, and
Oh, you're never late, most sovereign lady.
never. And
I
over
appreciate
here,
you so much. This is our lovely mod.
Woohoo! And over here is goldstone, orange goldstone technically for Helios. And I thought that just worked really well for the spring equinox, so I went with it. Okay, let's see. This next one is technically a two-parter. There's a few parts to each, but I thought it was worth showing. This altar went through like 2 phases. So, here we go. This was a big one. This was my most recent one before my actual one.
There we go. Okay, here we go. Now it's up.
Awesome.
Oh my good! Did you place? Oh, I love the strategic placing of the card there.
I actually
So good.
normally I don't have it there because I do not care. I like the explicit nature of this picture, but for taking pictures for people,
of course,
some people aren't comfortable with it, or if minors wanted to see it, I was like, we're just gonna place a card right there, and it actually doesn't look bad.
It doesn't look bad. It looks awesome.
It actually does.
So I would like the link for that picture later. Thank you very much. That is fantastic.
It's off of an Etsy shop. I saw that picture. Quick side tangent. I saw that picture in the Temple of Dionysus Facebook group, I think.
Oh, I'm on there. Yeah.
Yeah. And someone posted it a few years ago. And I saved it. And I was like, I need this for my altar. But it had a big like sample watermark on it, so people couldn't steal it. But I saved it and I favored it on my phone. Was like, I'm gonna have it. And one day, one of my friends sent me a picture, like a link to an Etsy store for artwork of Pan. And I was like, oh, that really reminds me of a Dionysus picture. Like, so I clicked on the link and lo and behold, there it was. And I was like, oh, thank you. So needless to say, I bought it.
Nice.
Yeah. And I got a gold frame for it because I felt like it fit.
It does really fit. It does fit with like the color scheme and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. And there's some gold on like the armbands and stuff. Anyway, so obviously this is for Dio, if you can't tell. This picture, he's actually the only one I have an actual print for. I wanted to get a statue, but I couldn't find a statue that I felt represented how Dionysus is for me. And this picture just like captures it all. So
it does. I mean, these pictures are really great, and they do have a really nice vibe to them. Very vibrant colors.
Exactly, rather than the stark white, because I cannot paint for crap. So I don't want to have to paint my own statues. I know some people do, and they are fantastic, but it's not for me.
Yeah, I can't do
these are my prayer beads that I literally don't know where they went, but they are amethyst. So I want to find them. Down here is a little candle. It is from Mythology Candles. This one is the Spriggan, and it smells like a pine forest.
Ooh.
It makes me so happy. We have some grape agate, some amethyst that's like chevron amethyst, I believe. This is a purple and gold offering bowl from the Hellenic handmaid, who I absolutely love her work. It's the purple one. It's super
I think
pretty.
we can't really see it. I think we might be covering it. Hold on. I wonder if I can. Nope.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. There it is. It's not.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I had no idea where the cutoff was. But yeah. So this one is purple and gold. And this is my pendulum specifically for Dio. It is like Numite, and then the beads are amethyst. And it has the Sanskrit symbol for Om, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what it is. And since he has the correlations with India, I thought that was appropriate. And this crystal right here is a Super 7 heart, which is technically like 7 crystals, which is how it got its name, all in one. And a little tea light candle or holder, which has like pine cones, some grapes on the side. You'll see it later as well, because it's currently on my altar. A singing bowl for cleansing, because this altar was technically at my parents' house, and my mom hates the smell of incense and burning like herb bundles. So I use sound, which is actually a really handy trick for some people.
That is a really handy trick. That's really good, especially if you live in a place where you can't use like fire and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, so
or you're
sound
really sensitive
can be
to
cleansing.
it.
I mean, technically you could like bang some pots together and that is cleansing, but I really like singing bowls. So
ding, ding, ding.
Exactly.
That's really funny. So I'm really sensitive to sound because I have migraines a lot. And so I ironically, sorry, I was trying to move my keyboard and stuff because I have a loaf cat sitting here who's adorable. Anyways, I can't really, I hate the sound. It's like I'm very picky with like my meditation videos and all that because of the sounds. And unironically, I was a little pyro as a kid, and so I used fire.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm actually much less sensitive, I think, to smells than I am to sounds.
Oh, so interesting.
Yeah. So use the type of cleansing that works for you.
Yeah, there's so many ways to cleanse. Down here is a bunch of crystals I use for various deities because I cannot.
Can you zoom in on that?
Let's see. I believe I can. Boop boop. There we go. So here we have a bunch of crystals. Sunstone, tree agate, rose quartz. I don't remember what this one is, but I think that one's amethyst. This one is ocean jasper.
That polka dot one looks really cool.
Yeah, ocean jasper is really hard to find, so when I saw it at my local crystal store, I snagged a few pieces of it.
Nice.
This is for Poseidon.
Obviously.
Yeah. I have peacock ore, which is super, super pretty. If you've never seen it, go look it up. It's for Hera, but peacock ore is lovely. And then I have a giant piece of quartz for Zeus. I have some amber, hematite, lapis lazuli, red jasper, and
that is not fair. That gem is too pretty.
I know. I also have some selenite and sunstone pendulum for
the peacock ore. I looked up the peacock ore.
It's a beautiful stone, and I don't think it was too expensive. It is absolutely gorgeous. So if you're looking for something for Hera and you can find that, go with that. I've also used fluorite in the past, like a fluorite heart, because fluorite is really easy to find. I just really like using crystals because, one, I am obsessed with crystals. I love the shiny little rocks.
They're so pretty.
They are. And two, they're just sometimes they are easier than like a picture for me because I can actually hold it, and that sometimes helps me.
Well, the other thing about hold on, I'm gonna do this for like 3 seconds. The other thing about crystals is that if you are a incognito pagan or incognito Hellenist and you don't want to put up a picture of somebody or of a deity or like whatever, you can like crystals are just like very commonplace now.
They really are.
Just have like just some crystals, right?
Yeah, like I think I've seen like bags of rose quartz at like TJ Maxx. Like they're super common now.
Michael's.
Actually, I'll show you when I stop sharing screen. But I actually got like a selenite.
I actually stopped share screen. I can
you
see
did?
It now. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I got this at TJ Maxx, and it was like $15. But like, it's selenite. But it just looks like a pretty candle holder.
Yeah, it just looks like a candle holder. Yeah, exactly. It's very trending. So if you are someone who maybe can't wave their pagan flag, probably, like whatever, for whatever reasons that it's or or you're just maybe you're sharing a house, but maybe you have housemates, like whatever.
Yeah.
And you can't put out a big altar and stuff. Crystals are definitely a good compromise and a good incognito way. And I mean, they can be expensive, but they don't always have to be.
Yeah,
And
especially
you don't have
tumbled
to.
little ones are usually only a
Yeah,
few
I have.
dollars each.
Yeah, I have a couple little ones,
Yeah.
and I mean that's here's like a bottle cap by
Yeah.
comparison. So, ah, okay. Are you still you're still going through that one? So
Yeah. I'll pull that one back up. And then I can move on to the improved one because that's fun.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Actually, why don't I go so that then you don't have to sit and like we can like back and forth a little bit because we both
Cool.
have a bunch.
We do. So to finish this one up,
there we go.
let's see. Don't mind me and my weird noises. So I guess I should explain the bee. So the bee to me represents more. I mean, it's really important in Greek Hellenism.
The bee?
Yeah, like the actual animal of the bee, right over here. Like
That's
the actual
a bee?
animal. It is a bee. Very surprising, but it's a very artistic bee.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And it's really common in Hellenism, like there's bee symbolism everywhere, but it's also really common in Minoan paganism, which I have like started to learn about but haven't done much. But since Dio is at least as old as the Minoans, probably older, I thought that little nod would be kind of cute.
Which we're covering in our next part of the book club, actually.
We are.
On Friday.
Yes.
That's we're still in the first like section of I think the first chapter of Greek Religion by Robert Burckhardt, and that's actually the next section of the chapter. So, woo.
That's fun. And my last bit for Hestia, I actually really like. So here's a candle holder for her with, I think it's technically like her Roman symbol, but it works the same. This was the oracle card I used for her, and I love salt lamps, and I can't always have a candle burning, so I thought having a salt lamp on was actually a good compromise because it has that nice amber glow. So that could be another thing you could use. Maybe, possibly. I really like the idea. This is very much not a reconstruction altar. This is like my modern version of an altar. Just throwing that out there.
And it could be. The salt lamps are very popular, and they're also aren't they supposed to like help clean the air or something? Like
they're supposed to. I'm not sure how much.
There is not very much.
I
don't think it's almost anything. But if you want to go off of scientific studies, but it if you feel like it does something,
then awesome.
Like for from Pirates of the Caribbean, if
yeah.
Do you want it? If do you want to give it back if you don't think it helps? No, that needs help.
Exactly. So I really like the salt lamp because I could leave it on even if I wasn't in the room. I felt safer leaving it on than a candle, which like a candle would probably be fine, but you never really want to take that risk with a candle, no matter how big or small it is. I could also adjust the how much light was being put out, so at night I could lower it so it was a dimmer thing. I did turn it off when I went to bed because like that isn't a taboo for me, but that could be another option. I haven't really seen that from anyone else, but like you don't need to do what everyone else is doing. So
no, and if something has significance to you, then it has significance to you.
Exactly. And like I have a million salt lamps back home, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put that right on my altar for Hestia, and I didn't have any issues with it.
I actually don't have like an eternal flame to Hestia because I suck at it. I tried early on. I even tried to do the whole battery operated one, and like I am not good at it. I figure if she has a problem, I don't know, like house will break. I don't. I don't know. Okay, let me see here. So, since we're doing oldest to newest, let me show what the is that really the best picture? Sure. We'll do this way.
I love that.
What?
If she's disappointed in my lack of tending to the ever-present fire, she has yet to let me know.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I feel like it's within reasonable.
Oh, Greek Mike is here. Somehow I missed that.
Well, we can't always see. Like, we don't
that is true.
have, like, who's here.
That's true. Electric candles are a fantastic option, but, like, batteries are kind of expensive.
I'm, you know what? I bet you could. My first thought for that is one of those, like, candle lanterns for, like, yards.
Ooh, yeah.
Which is honestly something I've been looking at because they are super cute.
They are.
But, like, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. You don't want to deal with the battery. I know. I have rechargeable batteries and it's a pain in the butt. Like, it is super.
Yeah, that's why I went with the salt lamp. I just plugged it in. I flicked it on when I woke up, turned it off right before I went to bed. And I was like, you know what? If Hestia has a problem with me not leaving a heat-producing thing on overnight when everyone else is literally asleep, I think she's going to be okay. I think.
Okay, here we go. So I'll share that. So this is actually my oldest. My oldest one is my biggest. Ooh. And so this is what it used to look like. And it looks really cool with the light off.
Ooh, I like that.
There's like different. I just took a bunch of pictures. This was like with my old camera too, so it's like super grainy. But let me show you what it looks like now. So this is what it like. It's this whole thing here. This is like the wall. And I think I have to say my most ingenious part of it was the fact that like there's this like doorway here and like none of this passes the line of that doorway. And so it's been there and no one's ever bumped into it or anything because all the shelves are just shorter than the point from the wall to the edge of the doorway.
That is good planning.
Yeah, I was and I made pretty much all of the stuff here. I made a lot of it. This bottom part was an ad. So I'll go ahead and do the tour. This one's my most in-depth one, and everything has a fucking reason for why it's there, which is really makes it difficult to tour. So if you can hang shelves, I'd assemble something like that. I'm just gonna show things.
I mean, that's not a bad place to be in.
It's not, especially like if you don't want to have to dust things. I will say that. Yeah.
Honestly, up until last year, I did not have a permanent altar. I just didn't because I didn't have a good place for one, and I think that's okay. Like,
I think that's important too. Like, if you don't have some place that, you know, you want. I also have lived here. I have to tell you, sovereignly. I don't know how long you lived at your place. I've lived here for 8, going on 9 years, I think. And at some point, my property manager, because I had like a roommate move out, and then like whatever. At some point, she told me, "You're not getting your deposit back," and I was like, oh, and I literally came in that day, turned to my husband and go, put as many holes in the walls as you fucking want. We are not kidding. I don't care anymore. Yeah. So exactly. If they're fitted, they're certainly. I don't think it offends them at all. And everyone, some people don't like to have I'm not good at cleaning my altars, so some people don't like to have them out. And I will say that when people, this is in the folk. Let me just zoom out here. This is my living room where this violin is. That's my living room. So people come in my house and they know. They're like, the fuck's this? I mean, before it used to look like this. So it was just like, oh, that's cool. Now it has offerings. Like, if you didn't know before you came to my house, now
surprise!
you know. Yeah, surprise. So there's that too. And I'm like, look, if you're nice enough, I've invited you to my house. There we go. So what's cool about this one, which I'll start with the least Hellenic part of it. Let me just zoom in here. Right there. If no one knows what that is, first one to tell me what that is gets like a sticker, okay? I'm just going to zoom out. And then I'll...
You got them all thinking.
Come on. Y'all can do it. Oh, that's fucking Jackie.
We have a Star Wars fan.
Star Trek. Oh, my heart hurts. Oh, most sovereign lady, what is it? So I actually this is wood, and I 3D printed these brackets. These are custom brackets that I 3D printed. So they're made with like shitty plastic, PLA plastic. And I have to say, I shouldn't call them shitty because they've held up for years, like at least 3 years. They have held this shelf and all that's on it.
That's pretty good.
Is pretty good. And so it's really interesting. I even printed, as you can see, the brackets are all facing one direction. And that is so that, except like if I zoom here, you guys can see the color. It's that blade thing that they do it with. Oh, it is not the blade thing, but I feel like you're getting warmer. I'll give you a hint. It's on a flag in Star Trek. So, so what I did, the way I specifically did, so when I walk into the house, when you're going down that hallway, you will see all of these. It is. Wait, I'm not good with acronyms. I'm pretty sure that's the right one though. Not good with acronyms. Acronyms. Klingon Star Empire. Yes, it is the Klingon Empire. All right, Miss Sovereign Lady. Woo! I genuinely mean I'm going to send you a sticker. It is the Klingon Empire symbol. And it's really funny because when Trekkies come to my house and they're like, okay, so like explain what this is. And they're like, so what's with the brackets? And I was like, I know. It means a lot to me. As a Trekkie, carry on. Thank you. I 3D printed them in white PLA and then I hand painted them. So, as you can see, like I actually had to paint in between little grooves here. So this is why I don't paint my statues, because this on all of these brackets was horrific. Like, yeah. Oh, I hated it so much. And so anyway, when you go to walk down the hallway, all of the symbols are facing towards you. So it was very Witch Nicolette, welcome. We just established that I'm a massive Trekkie. Yeah. So these are all 3D printed statues, and what's really cool about these is that most of them are actual scans of real life statues.
I love that.
And it is like I got a lot of these off of like museum. There's like this one museum website I forgot. They do 3D scans. And then these pillars are modular, as you can kind of see. So I can make them taller or shorter if I wanted to print out more parts, but I don't. And then they're actual tea light holders, as you can tell from this picture, because, light. So I guess I'll start at the top. Mother Hera and Father Zeus, a viewer of the Operoid. Oh, hey, sorry, I missed a couple.
They're bonding. Messages. They're bonding cool. In the chat.
Yes. So we have Mother Hera and Father Zeus. I do call them that because they're like my family hearts. And so you'll see like they're kind of, I'll just say they're separated. Most of the females are like on the upper shelves are on this side. It kind of went like the bosses and then like the brothers and sisters and all that. So Demeter is next to Hera because I didn't think that Hera would love being exactly next to Aphrodite, just because like they've had some issues before. And Demeter, of course, they're both moms, so they can both bond, And then, of course, Aphrodite's here with Cupid or Eros. And then we have this is Poseidon, right? Next, I feel like Poseidon is like Zeus's favorite brother. So I'm sorry, Hades.
Probably. Hades, stop being such a downer.
Yeah, stop being such a downer, Hades.
Actually, all I can hear is from the Hercules movie is Zeus being like, "Don't be such a stiff." Ha! A stiff! Get it?
Oh my god, I love that.
That is all I can picture. And then Hades just being like, fine.
I just feel like
Zeusy.
Someone needs to draw Hades as like an anime character doing the anime.
I would pay big money for that.
We'll work on it. It'll go on the t-shirt list.
Please do.
Until like 90% of the stuff I put up there, it's just stuff that I want, and I'm like slowly buying them for myself. That's like my entire point. So this is Poseidon fighting an octopus. I don't know why.
Why not?
And so by the way, this shape here is actually in Hades' hand. It's not Poseidon's trident. Poseidon's trident he's stabbing the octopus with, so y'all can't see it. This is actually the one statue I paid for. And it's obviously Hades with Cerberus, and Cerberus is being all like, rawr. Octopi need fight. They do. I feel like they're just bored and they would just fight each other. And then Hestia is on here for two reasons. Number one, this side, as I said, is my living room right past this wall. So I wanted her to be close to the main area of the house. And then I should probably put one in this room. Anyway, and then also there's things like I feel like she might be like Zeus's favorite sister. Like they seem to have gotten on for the most part. And then Hestia.
I feel like Hestia is just like everyone's favorite.
Yeah, she's just like the no drama. Like I feel like she'll like you come to her house and it'll be like there's a tray of like fresh baked cookies, and her house is spotless.
Absolutely.
And so she gets her own little flame, of course. Hestia is chill. I should invite Hestia to vibe and chill with me some days.
Oh, that would be fun.
Right? I don't really hang with Hestia. I feel like she also gets kind of just like, hey, here's the first and the last. Like no one's ever like, Hestia! Like she's the auntie everyone goes to when there's drama and problems.
Exactly. She knows all of the tea.
That's right.
She absolutely knows all of the tea. I'm certain of it.
Maybe I should go to Hestia. Yeah, so anyway. All of these vases, this like the blue Greek vase things my grandma actually gave me. So
ooh.
Which was really nice because my grandma was the first person in my family. Let me phrase it. She's just like the most accepting grandma, and I love her to bits. Like she'll like sass you a bit, but like at some point I was like, no, grandma, for reals, and she's like, okay. So obviously Hephaestus had to be like at the center here because I built all of it and 3D made I made most of this stuff, And in the process, I kind of just put Artemis here, and I was like, just hold on here. You're really big. Like I need to figure where everything goes. And then she was like, I'm not moving. I'm good here. Fuck off. And I was like, okay. Like I tried to move her several times, and every time it was like, ugh, like I don't want to put this here. So so there's Artemis, and this is actually a scene from one of her tales, and I don't remember which one it is, but she's mad at some woman, and this is a deer.
Logical.
Yeah. And so anyway, so there's Hephaestus, and then I wanted Ares and Athena because I do believe that they're like two sides of the same coin, kind of. As far as when it comes to like being gods of war, and so I wanted them mirroring each other, and so having Ares on this side and then Athena here just was like perfect, and then also Athena's on the side with the ladies, so yeah. And then Hermes is on this side, and I just felt like he should have access to like the doors and the windows and the patio doors. So like that's the direction all that's in. So I was like, just hopping by and hopping out again. Dionysus, I just put him here because that was like the other spot, and he was it's chill, and I'm like, okay, because I actually placed Apollo here because Apollo is actually looking towards the east, toward the sunrise. So
I like that.
Right.
Also, and this might just be me, but I like pairing them together because I see them as presiding over different aspects of music.
Yes.
So I like pairing them together.
They go well together.
They really do.
I feel like
there's got to be a romance
the party, and then Apollo comes and is like, "I got my band, yo. Like, I'll play for you. Or I brought my, my instrument. Like," and then they just have like a jam session.
Oh yeah.
And so there's those, and then actually a lot of this is really new. This bottom part. My husband suggested I had an extra one of these acrylic shelf things, and I'm always trying to fit my fucking matches and candles. So I was like, because I try to have like more than one way of like lighting things on the altar, and just a spare candle, because sometimes one of the candles wicks is like, bleh. And I'm like, so this was perfect, and like this actually isn't I printed this out from someplace else, but this is our calendar right here, and I love it because I literally went by the altar the other day and did an impromptu prayer using the prayer, and I was like,
I love that.
I tell you, y'all, everyone thinks like, oh, y'all made like a really cool calendar, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I made it for me. I just happen to want to give it to other people. Like, honestly, this was for me.
It's totally fine.
And so before I had this bottom shelf, I was like, everyone was like really squished in here because I had all this shit on there too.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my incense holder. There's no incense in it right now. This is my little fire thing where I burn things because it's the only thing I have that can tolerate being in fire.
Logical.
And then just, another cup. I usually pour out the gods a morning cup of tea with my tea. So, we share. And I really have liked implementing that as like a daily practice thing. And there's just extra fire things here. Like,
we love the fire things.
Yeah, just like extra sage and some bay leaves. And there's bay leaves and stuff like all over here, like little salt nuggets. And coins and things. I actually have real drachma and Greek coins from Greece. Yeah, it was really cute. Because I bought myself some, and then my boyfriend bought me some, and I didn't know. I didn't tell him, and I had literally gotten it like the week before because I wanted to have some coins in my purse, which I carry around with me, specifically on the off chance that I keel over dead. I got my coins. I'm pretty sure, like, oh my god, what's his name? The ferryman. I forgot his name. I'm pretty sure they.
Charon?
Thank you. Yeah. No.
Charon. Yes.
Yeah, Charon.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he takes international money at this point, or they take international money at this point.
Probably. There's probably some conversion.
Just in case. Yeah, I don't want to get lost on the conversion, so I just have like $1 or $2 with me. But so he gave me coins later, so those ended up on the altar. And so that one was really long. So now it's your turn.
So this is kind of a two-parter. I'll start sharing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Of course, there was also peacock feathers on it because mom. So does Chiron take Bitcoin? I mean, I imagine I assume they all have smartphones at this point. And I mean, being Chiron.
Would they take Venmo now? Because that would be very convenient.
That would be extremely convenient. Wait, let me stop sharing and then you let me know when you want me to turn on the share.
I am good now. Just let me know how much of the screen you can actually see.
So can you see it on the thing?
Let me move over.
Yeah.
Inception.
Nice.
That works. Okay, so this is like part 2 of my altar that I shared earlier because
That's right. You updated it.
I did. I updated it and it's a lot now. And I think honestly, going from pretty minimal to a lot more, I realized I prefer minimal things. Sorry, if I look over here, it's because I have a second monitor and like that's where the stream is right now. So
I have 3. So I'm right with you. I have the same salt lamp.
Woohoo! Yeah, so like earlier, I use this one for Hestia when I cannot be bothered to light a candle, or I just don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'll zoom in a little bit.
So, okay, so here's a question since you have this all set up like this, because you've also done the tarot streams, the divination streams with me.
Yeah.
For the images that you have on your altar, which are, if you are familiar with it, it is a part of the Mythic Oracle deck. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Mythic Oracle?
Yes. Yeah, so the big Oracle ones deck with the like kind of brownish gold borders are from the Mythic Oracle deck.
Yes. And then you have another deck I see there.
Yes. The ones with the white borders are from Ancient Feminine Wisdom.
Oh.
I think that's what it is. They're absolutely stunning cards. If you have a chance to buy it, just buy it. Like don't think about it. Just give them your card or cash, whatever floats your boat.
So my question to you is this: when you're using tarot, oracle cards, any kind of card deck, divination set on your altar, do you then take those things off on a regular basis, or do you use them at all as a deck?
I do.
Because I can see people being concerned about basically fucking with the altar and using it and then putting it back and stuff. I can see them being like energetically, or like it's an altar, so like it belongs to the gods now. I can't touch it. And some people do have those beliefs, but I'm specifically asking.
Yeah.
Just to explain to anyone why I'm asking this.
Yeah. So some people, as you said, definitely believe if it's on the altar, it belongs to the gods now. Don't touch it. Which is why you get all of the memes of like, I accidentally put my Taco Bell sauce on there, or my grandfather did, and now it belongs to the gods. To me, if it's something like that, like I will ask permission and be like, hey, I want to do some divination with this deck. Can I take your card and use it for the divination? And I've always gotten a yes. I've never had an issue with that because I tell them as soon as I am done reading, I will put it back in your place. And I usually cleanse the cards kind of in between. So, like, if I wanted to use a Mythic Oracle, I would take them, I would just give them a quick little cleanse, and then I would shuffle them into the deck. And then when I'm done with my reading, I will take them out, do another little cleanse, put them back in their place. So that's what I do. Not everyone will agree with it, but it works for me since I do a lot of reading. I also like to use these cards if I am doing anything where someone's like, hey, I've been having trouble communicating with Apollo. Can you do a reading and help me? I will take Apollo's card off of the altar because I am working with it in a divination sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But that's what I do. So I think that answered your question. Maybe. I don't hear Victoria. She muted herself again, didn't she? Anyways, I think that answers the question.
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, she left me.
I didn't. I went to Porty. And it was like,
okay, that's fair.
Talking, and I thought you could hear me.
I could not.
I thought I just shut off. That's good to know, though. So I can shut off my camera like this, and you guys should still be able to hear me, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. But if I do this,
We cannot hear you. We cannot see you. It, for all intents and purposes, looks like you left the stream.
But okay. I love this program. I cannot say how much I love this program.
It fully looked like you left. Like, I didn't see your box or anything. I was like, did you dip on me? I didn't think I was that boring.
I was just I have my kettle.
You know what? That's fair.
I was like I was pouring my decaf tea leaves in my little. I was like, no one needs to see this.
You know what? That's fair.
I was saying that's really good. I really like the idea of that cleansing it before and after use.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's almost like you're putting it back the same way you left it, kind of.
Exactly.
And I love that. So
that's my workaround, especially since I do so much communication with the gods and like so much divination working with the gods.
I think I need to start doing divination more. Just in general. But anyway, yeah, these are brilliant, and it is beautiful artwork, and it's also a great way to not have to spend a lot on your altar, because you don't have to. This took us years, right? Because you just showed it before you updated it, so this takes time to build up these things.
It does.
If you want to put the money out there, and it's a great way to use something. And I know you'd recommend it just for the art alone, but I would also highly recommend the Mythic Oracle as well. It's a great deck. It is a great deck, and I like the explanations for the cards. Anyway,
I do too.
There we go. We plugged the Mythic Oracle deck so much, we should get kickbacks.
Honestly, we should. But yeah, so a lot of the offering, actually all of the offering bowls and tea light holders come from the Hellenic handmade, because, as my friends say, I should be her spokesperson, because I absolutely love her work. I have way too many offering bowls from her, honestly. I also will put devotional jewelry on my altar, because then to me, it's like if I wear it, it helps me connect with the gods on a different level. Like over here, you can see some necklaces that I have for Daya, which I'm actually wearing one of them. I have a labyrinth necklace, which is hanging right next to the Ariadne card, which I love them together. And if I don't have like an active offering in an offering bowl, sometimes I'll put jewelry inside, or like here for Athena, you'll see a crystal, or up here, I have a pendulum, which that pendulum is like my general all-purpose pendulum. So
I love all the little bowls, and they're all unique, but it just kind of vibes though.
It really does. Yeah, they're small. I have put water in them before for like very short term, because they are wood. I think they're birch. I'm not sure, but they are wood, even though they have a seal on them. Like,
that back one definitely looks like birch.
Yeah. Like no more than 15 minutes for putting water or some kind of liquid in.
Unless it's sealed, right?
Yeah, it is sealed, but she actually did a test on her Facebook page with a bunch of different liquids and left them overnight. So like check out her Facebook page if you want to see what kind of offerings you could leave long term. Like she did like tea, wine, water, and then she did really random stuff like sodas and like vinegars and things and oils and things like that, which was really interesting to see. So that's kind of the update.
And that is also really handy and helpful for someone who's like, okay, what should I put in here? What can I? And the honest answer to what can you put as an offering is fucking anything. But what should you, based on what, and that is specifically why, for example, that is specifically why I actually got this one. So I actually got this container at a local, like literally down the street. It was really funny because I had just like started really looking for a container that was fireproof, that I could use, and I found, and that is super tiny. That like that could probably fit like a $1 coin.
Yeah,
like it's really tiny. And like these are bookends, by the way, and so it's also on a metal platform now, But it's like knowing what you can and can't put in there, because I do have other places, which I'll show you guys later. Which
There we go.
Sorry.
No more Inception.
Sorry. So, where I've had to put other things. Oh, that's so pretty.
This is what I have the altar sitting on. This was back when it was the smaller altar, but I thought it would be helpful for people to see what my altar was actually sitting on.
No, that's great. And also, look at all the pretty decks.
I know. So there's a story about this, but go ahead and finish.
Oh, I actually, speaking of the pretty decks and stuff, I just want to see here. I'm gonna put a link in the chat. Is this the Ancient Feminine Wisdom card deck that you were talking about?
Let me open the link and see. Open link. Yes.
Okay.
That is. I found mine on Etsy. That's where someone linked. But if they're on Amazon, hey, that's not too bad.
I mean, we don't love Amazon, but still.
We don't love Amazon, but like...
Oh, that's the older version. Sorry, guys. That one's...
Yeah. So
wait, I'm very confused. It says paperback, and then it says cards, so I'm very confused.
Usually the paperback is what you want. Amazon does some funky things.
Does the paperback come with the cards?
It should.
Huh.
Yeah, really I got mine through Etsy. Someone had the deck, and I went for it. Because actually, Hestia, I found like there are some goddesses that have cards in both decks. So I would hold a pendulum over it and be like, which one would you want displayed on an altar? And Hestia, I asked like 3 different times, 3 different days. And she always went for the one in the Ancient Feminine Wisdom one, because it actually looks like she's like coming out of a fire. So maybe someday I'll have to like pull out some cards and show like some differences. But that one, I could also put it in the Discord server if people want. But
yeah, totally. Yeah, we're not a big fan of Evil Corpse. I'm actually really having a problem.
Yeah, like this imagery is Hestia, whereas this one is like she's tending a fire. The other one is like she is the fire. And I just thought, yeah, I'll drop some pictures in the Discord server after this.
Another question, because I realized something else. Like, we're just doing altar tours right now, but you're showing us a large display here, and I also have other items that are used for my practice that are not on my altar.
Yeah,
they're not on my altar, and so this is it seems like all of this is spiritual related. Is all of your stuff here?
For the most part,
there other caches of stuff?
Yeah. So right now I'm in between college life and living at my parents' house for breaks.
Yeah.
So my mom actually, like, half of my decks last year were back home. So my mom got this bookshelf and was like, I just threw like whatever cards you had. She put some of like my Avalon shells and stuff. The singing bowls I left at home, like this one. And this, she actually surprised me with. When it's not on, it's one of those like bowl things. No, it has like little salt, like Himalayan salt pieces in it, and it lights up.
Wow.
So she was like, I thought you would like that. And I brought all of my decks home along with some books, which you can see here. Because I was like, I don't know what decks I want to bring up for my last semester of grad school. So this is what you have. Also, kind of cute, kind of gross. These 2 here are like, when I was little, they were my most favorite stuffed animals. So they look very gross. They smell disgusting, but they are super special to me, which is why they are on here. And like, I'm not ashamed of it, but like, that's why they're there. Yeah, they're super old. And quick side note. These 2 things are like pop culture decks along with the original Rider Waite. This is like witch specific. This is all my Hellenic stuff, which is growing.
Okay, so you have it organized too, like.
Yeah, I have it organized. This is like random, kind of like the woo-woo topics, I guess would be the best way to put it. Like crystals, chakras, things like that. There's also a bottle
spiritual.
there's a bottle of Florida water here, which is not appropriation. That's a whole different topic for another day.
Florida water?
Yeah, so Florida.
Like water that's from Florida?
So Florida water is a cologne, and way back when it was used a lot to like wash walls and things, especially by slaves, to make houses smell really nice. Because let's be honest, Southern homes without ventilation, without AC. Oh boy, yeah. So they would wash like the floors and the walls with it, and because they had a plethora of it, the slaves could use it in their spiritual practices. Also, when it came out, it was adopted by like the Appalachian people, and it was something that was not intended for spiritual purpose. It was like you can find it at Walgreens. Like it is a cologne. Like barbershops use it, but it has become a spiritual thing,
practice item.
Yeah, it's like a tool that people use. Yeah, but no one person or no one religion owns it.
That's kind of like crystals, though, right?
Exactly. And I lived in Key West for a while. So I actually, before COVID shut it down, I was a tour guide for a ghost hunt. So at the end of the night, we would use it to help like give people a little cleanse before they went home, because there were some not friendly ghosts there.
No.
So that's that. I actually have it on my current altar. I keep Florida water there because I love the smell of it, and it works really well for me. You can make your own Florida water, but I like the smell of the pre-made stuff.
Got it.
Down here is all like the self-love, self-care kind of stuff. Over here is all astrology related, so that's why Moonology's there. This is all animals, and this is all like legendary creatures and mythical animals, mermaids, unicorns, fairies, that kind of stuff. But I thought it would be helpful for people to just see what an altar is actually sitting on, and that even if your altar's on top of something, not everything on that piece of furniture has to be related to your altar.
Yes. I actually have an altar in my bathroom, so.
So that's that. And that's everything that is from before that is not currently in my apartment.
Okay. So. Well, actually, since we're on it, let me grab a picture. Let me grab my bathroom altar so you guys can see.
See, I've heard some controversy surrounding bathroom altars. Some people are for them. Yeah, some people are for them, especially for like Aphrodite, because that's where you do your hair and your makeup, and that's where you do your self-care, which is great for her. And some people are like, you shouldn't do that unless it's for like a god of sanitation. What? Because that's disrespectful.
My bathroom's not that clean. What are you kidding me?
So
that's funny. I think I forgot to upload this one picture. 1 second.
But I saw that because I was looking online for altar related things.
Yeah.
And that one came up, and I was like, I mean, that's an opinion.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
It's a valid opinion.
It totally is. And
there we go. I got it. Okay, here we go. We can actually do that since this one is such a small. And you guys can see like my pills on the side here. This is my powder container, my cord for my hair dryer. Like it is literally this little thing, which by the way, I think this is a great altar to show because basically this is a candle holder base from Dollar Tree. And this mirror is from Dollar Tree too. And I actually saw this little hack thing.
Some of them very much aren't. Yeah.
That's very true.
Okay, that one I would say is a valid viewpoint. Some are definitely not, though.
For your personal practice, you do.
Yeah.
Unless it's a closed religion, right? Or encouraging those nasty isms, you know, that we don't like. Pretty much a lot of things are kosher, pretty okay. But most sovereignly is right, because some people are just but yeah, so this one it's literally it's like a less and I got these shells here, and these shells are actually, I also got the shells. I have a whole bunch of shells now, big, nice, beautiful shells that I got from Dollar Tree, right? The rocks here, I use them. It's another bag, like it's for plants. Also got that from Dollar Tree. This is not a vase I got from Dollar Tree, but vases are similar to that. And you could do like a $5 altar. Like
you really could.
You don't even need the vase or whatever. Like, and as you guys can see, I use this shells that has a little bit of like sand in it for the matches. This is actually they're incense matches, and they're because it's a bathroom. Yeah, so like, and I actually have my cat's cat litter in that bathroom too. So awesome. But I mean, you guys can see it takes up less space. It's about the size of like a bath tile. Like that's how small it is. And frankly, someone could go into my bathroom, look at this, and not know it's an altar, right?
They just think it's a pretty display.
Yeah. And I used to have a candle on it too before the vase. I switched it up because it's Valentine's, so I got roses. Yeah. And like we're talking about, some people would be like, "Oh, you shouldn't put stuff around like your altars." I'm like, it's my bathroom counter. Like I don't. Yeah. This is it. The only thing on here that's not is this dolphin, which, if you guys go back and look at, I can't remember which ritual it was, but it was one of the rituals that we did on this channel. It might have been for Hades or something, because we did it was at a graveyard that it was done. Ooh. So go look at the YouTube and find the one with the graveyard. And that's when they did pulling of little rocks, not little rocks, different things for different people that meant different things. And so they pulled for me because I wasn't there, and they pulled a dolphin, and I literally got this last month at the ritual. Sorry, not last month, the month before. Mm-hmm. Like one of the members brought it for me, and I was like, "Oh, you guys!" And they're like, "This is yours," and I'm like, "What? Why?" And they're like, "From the ritual," and I was like, "Oh,
that's so sweet."
Yeah, so now I entirely, I have to do, now that I'm saying it, I have to go back and find that so I can watch it and see what that is for, because I forgot what it means. But it's a dolphin, and I think Aphrodite would love dolphins. They're beautiful, intelligent creatures. So I put it on the Aphrodite altar.
Yeah.
There we go. So there's that one. Did you have other altars to share?
I do.
Yeah.
So this one is kind of a two-parter because it's by my front door.
I have an outdoor one too.
Yeah. Well, it's front door because I live in an apartment complex.
Oh, yes. Okay. I also have one. I have a little something. I actually didn't take a picture of it because it's literally, I have a salt bowl next to my door. That and it's there with a little statue of the Eiffel Tower and flowers and stuff, and it does kind of mean something to me, but it's not really an altar. It's just a front. It's just to suck the bad wuju from you as you enter my house.
Yeah. Can you do the
sorry, my bad. There we go. Hold on. Where's my mouse? And there we go. Oh, you have an oshk too?
I do.
I have an oshk, I have a horseshoe, and a witch's broom. I think I have something from like Chinese culture too that I got at a festival once.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, right. So, I just like, my doorway is just like surrounded with safe things.
Love that. Yeah, so this is the first thing you see when you enter my apartment. There isn't a shelf there yet because I am lazy at hanging things, but it's there.
It's a pain in the ass.
It really is. I found this at a local
still
crystal
haven't put
store.
up the cat shelves.
I found this.
It's beautiful though.
It really is. I saw it when I was walking into one of my favorite crystal stores, and I went, "You're coming home with me."
Nice.
And over here on this side of the screen,
I love these wooden bowls. They're so pretty.
they are. I found this one, Home Goods, I think.
Oh, nice.
I think it was Home Goods. So here's another set of prayer beads. This is actually on a pretty low table. And because I have a dog, I don't want to leave incense out. So instead of doing the whole like light incense when you come in, because I don't like doing that, I have prayer beads that I can like pick up and hold and be like, hey, thanks for keeping my house safe while I wasn't home.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah. And this is a nice blue and silver offering bowl that I thought just kind of like worked with the vibe.
That's weird. It looks super black.
It does, but there's a black and gold offering bowl coming out tomorrow, and I am getting it because it is gorgeous.
Coming out where?
The Hellenic Handmade. It's coming out.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I know. All of these are her. But I love her, and I will support her because small businesses on my altars.
Yeah.
So this is a shungite pyramid, which is good for protection. And in here, I have a piece of hematite, a piece of quartz, and a piece of blue goldstone. I wanted to add my orange goldstone. I couldn't find it, and then I was like, yo, Apollo, because this was going to be for you as like his role for the house. He was like, no, I don't want to be up there. I just want to be on your desk. And I went, okay, so we're going with the blue and white vibe. Cool.
Nice.
And this one's actually my favorite in the house so far because it's actually like done.
Cute.
This is my kitchen.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can that cauldron go in the oven?
I think it can. It's
because
it is cast iron, so I'm gonna assume it is.
Yeah, there was one that came out at Michael's like 2 years ago that cauldrons, and they were cast iron cauldrons. And I could not find them in any of the Michaels near me, and I was so mad. I found out about it from TikTok.
Yeah, so this is cast iron. There actually are a few crystals in there. You just can't see it, but it's crystals for Hestia. And if I want to give her something, I will just take them out, place them here, and there we go. A big selenite tower because I have an obsession with selenite. Sunflowers because they are pretty. I cleaned off a wine. I have a few wine bottles that I cleaned off, and I put like the the fake cork actually holds the battery for it, which is a lot safer than having to like drill a hole up into the wine bottle and put the lights in that way. So I saw that and I was like, yep, we're doing that. And this is actually a wax warmer because a wax warmer you can leave on for a while and it smells really good. And I didn't even think, when I bought this, I didn't think about it for like a Hestia altar, but it's a house shape though. Yeah. It's a house shape. And I was like, this is just cute for like Christmas and stuff. But then I'm like, wait, I can leave that all year round for Hestia and no one's going to like.
Yeah, you can just decorate it.
Exactly. I love it. There is one more for me, which is very much work in progress.
Wait, I have a question. Is this the same altar?
No, it's not.
Oh, you have the picture in multiple places? Nice. So
I take some of my like key altar elements between my
right, okay. Got it. You took that one with you.
Yeah, so I took it with me. Again, bottle of Florida water. This is a moon, like one of those like 3D printed moon lamps.
Yeah,
it's red because it's charging. It's red because it's charging, and it turns blue when it's fully charged. And I took this like really 15 minutes on the stream. It's charging because I'm gonna do something for the full moon tonight.
Oh my god, tonight's the full moon?
It is.
I forgot.
I forgot too until my sister was like, Is it a full moon? Everyone's acting crazy. Then I looked and I was like, oh shit, it is.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
It is. So back here are just some more tea light holders. This is in like the general part of my altar. So we have Helios, Hecate, Hestia, and Selene. And down here, this is like my general offering bowl that I will use for literally any deity because it's just generic. This one is my newest offering bowl. It is a dusty pink. And I was like, that is for Aphrodite. And it came in on Valentine's Day. So I thought that was really cute that it got to me on Valentine's Day. So I put a little rose quartz hearts in it along with...
So I have a question. Is it stained wood?
It is. So she has a whole series of like how she makes it. But she makes the bowls and then she, I think she stains it. And then she seals it once she puts the little like key on. Which the bowls take like 2 weeks to make. Which is why I do not mind paying for them.
Yeah, when I've stained wood before, it is quite naughty. And the more vivid you want the color, the more coats you have to put.
Yeah, actually for the pink, some of them were like a dusty pink and some of them were a very vivid pink. So she was like, you get to choose your color. And I was like, hey, Aphrodite, which one you want? And she was like, I want the like lighter dusty pink. I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, cool. And then we have Dio very much pared down. Once I get my mala beads back, because apparently he has taken them for shits and giggles, they will be draped over his picture or like strung throughout here. But I have a thing for pine cones. Like, I will pick up pine cones anywhere. Like, I love pine cones. I always have.
I don't have pine cones here a lot, actually.
So when I was doing like a big road trip last year, I found this pine cone somewhere and was like, that's coming home with me. And then I found this little like baby pine cone, which I think was technically in Zion maybe. But like, you can see compared to the tea light holder, it's a freaking baby. It might have been Yellowstone, which like you're technically not supposed to take things from. But I was like, Dio wants this. It's a baby pine cone.
So I actually, my boyfriend is an avid hiker and avid going to like the parks and stuff. And we talked about that because he took me to, it wasn't Yellowstone. It was someplace else.
Grand Teton is nearby.
No, it wasn't up. It was before Yellowstone, I think. It was King's something. King's
Landing?
Is it King's Landing?
I think so.
Yeah, and so we went to go see Big Sur.
Yeah.
So there was a certain area of the park that he was like, you can't take anything. And I was, because I picked up something and I'm like, I want this. And he's like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean no? I think it was like a stick or a rock or something. I don't remember. But I was like, there's so many. I just want this one. And he's like, you're not allowed to take it. And if everyone took one, there would be none. And I was like,
yeah,
fine. And then later on we came to a place and he's like, you can take from here. And I was like, woo!
Yeah, I am very much like, I've always been the collector in my family. Actually, we were at Indiana Sand Dunes, I think is what it's called. And it was on Lake Michigan and it was cold as all get out. And I found a piece of driftwood that literally looked like it was shaped like a wand. And I went, like, I took it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a knack for finding the things.
Also, random thing, did Hellenic Handmade go away from jewelry?
Yeah, I haven't seen her with jewelry lately.
I swear she used to have like a bunch of jewelry, didn't she?
I thought she did.
I don't know.
I thought she did. But she has really great offering bowls. Like, I love her. She's a very sweet human being.
No, I'm sorry. Hecate's Boutique is the one I see jewelry
from. That would be it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Also, Hellenic Handmade has like little 1 ounce bags of different incense, which can be nice. If you're just like, I cannot find this. She has like frankincense, manna, lavender, and something else. But she has some cool things.
I think I originally she has now a we could go on forever with that. So okay, let me see here. I have some other altars that we can do. Let me grab them.
Ooh, labyrinth necklace.
I know. This turned into us shopping.
It really did. Yeah, right now I have on a necklace for that. You can't really see it, but it's a little pine cone thingy. And Evil Eye, because I like wearing them together. I tried the like 2 necklace trick where like you cross the clamp and the thing, and they were supposed to like be a layered thing, which like it worked. But they just like keep falling down.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I love the jewelry.
Tried.
I love that you put jewelry on. I might steal that idea because I think I might. Well, I want to be a glamour witch, but I'm really.
I have earrings too. It's more devotional jewelry for me than anything else. But
that's the thing. I have some stuff that, although I wear it, like it is like I have earrings that look like peacock feathers, right? And like I have the bracelet that I got, and I have a couple of pieces of jewelry that I would consider devotional, basically. And so then, yes, I have to do things. So this this has a great story, actually.
Oh,
this is if I wasn't sure before, which I was. This nailed me in the Hellenist coffin because like that was the final, like this was it. Like I was like, man, like I've always been really casual about it because I'm like, like this is what I believe, but I could be wrong. Oh, the Labyrinth does a double-headed axe. That's essentially oh, very cool.
Labyrinth is a super awesome symbol. It's associated with Zeus, I believe, in the Hellenic thing. For me, I associate more with the Minoan thing, but I believe it is Zeus in the context of Hellenism.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So I thought it was just a common symbol within Hellenism.
Yeah.
Ow! I need to stop frowning my face because it makes me.
But yeah, it goes back. I know the Minoans used it, and it was probably common in like Messenian or whatever. So.
Okay, so I don't actually have
there we go.
Thank you. Oh, I do have a picture. Perfect, because I used it for one of the alts. So on this is this bowl, and that's what this bowl looks like when it has fire. And so we were talking about making sure that things are okay to use in certain bowls, right? There's this salt in this bowl, and I have the bowl that I have next to my door on the inside of the house is a metal bowl. So I cannot put salt in it because it will mess it up. So I actually use a cupcake liner that I put in the bowl, and then put the stuff in the cupcake liner.
Hey, it works.
But this is my outside bowl, and this is just a plain ass bowl I got from this one's from a 99-cent store. So it is ceramic, so the salt is fine. And even if it ruins it, it was from the 99-cent store, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And this is like. I got this metal thing in a set of metal things for like little containers for the kitchen. And if you were looking for something to add to your kitchen, this is it. It is amazing. Here's one right here that was holding my tea bag in it, but then it fell.
Those things are awesome.
I love them so much. Oh my gosh. And so as you can see, there's just some like there's salt, there's bay leaves, there's rosemary, there's I don't know what's in this one right here, but there's basically like a bunch of herbs. And I try to refresh these every month, but I'm not a good Hellenist.
You do what you can.
Ooh. Oh. And so then I put things inside that to burn it outside, like fire.
Oh, we have a little visitor.
Occasionally I scare the neighbors.
You want to say hi, Daisy? Hi.
Hi, Daisy. Oh, the furry love. Oh.
She was like, I need love, Mom.
Of course. The furry babies. My furry babies ran away when they realized I wasn't giving them attention. But there's still one in the room over there.
You good? She's good.
So, but this column is a plaster column, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And I wouldn't say recently. I was like, I think 2 years in or something like that, and I was getting comfortable with it, with my practice. And so I explained this to like some friends of mine who lived out in Woodland Hills. And I was like, I didn't leave their house till like super late. And they were talking, I was getting into, as some of you may know, there is a Sacred Kink Discord. I'm not very active on it just because I have the other one that has way more people on it, like the Hellenic Herald one. So, but I had been getting into reading about that information, like sacred sex, sacred sexuality, and incorporating that into like your practice and yeah, all that stuff. And I was like, and my friends were like, I was telling about some of the stuff I had been reading, blah, blah. And they were like, you should do a talk on this. This is so interesting. And I was like, I don't know that I'm qualified to do a talk. For the record, I never did do a talk on it, but I was like, I don't know. And I was driving back home and it was like 2 a.m. or whatever. And I was like, literally like, just kind of like, I was alone. So I was talking to the gods and I was like, is this something I should get more involved in? Like, I don't know. And so I'm driving home. It's like pitch ass dark. And I live in a suburban area in Los Angeles and people love to throw shit in their alleys. Okay. So I was going to my driving spot, my parking spot, which you get to from the alley, like a lot of apartments. And as I'm coming up the alleyway to get to my house, I like for like a second, I swear, because I passed it. Like I saw it and I swear to you, I've never slammed on my brakes so hard in my life. And that says as to why I've been in so many accidents. But and it was just one. That there was like one pillar and and I was like, I'm awake now.
Like, seriously?
Yeah. And it was like literally, I swear to you, like minutes before I was like, all right, like gods, I'm about to go home. I'll maybe do some meditation when I go home. But like, am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to be more involved in this? I don't say I want to like do a talk, but like, should I be more involved in like the Hellenic community and stuff? And like, and then I decided to run for positions within Hellenions. And I was like, I'm not going to do a talk because I'm not ready for that yet. But I will take on some more stuff. Like just be more in the community. And I love this. And I actually didn't take a picture of it. And actually, let me see if I don't think I have a picture of it. If I do, I actually went and got a bigger one. I bought it and it was for $20. And it's like a 7 foot tall. and the guy was like, are you sure you're going to fit this in your car? And I'm like, you have no idea the commitment I have to make this work. Like it, and I did. I stuck it in my car from the front seat through the back seat and brought it home. And I was like, honey, that was like a while later, but still, I have a matching one inside the house. So that's this one. And then hold on. I guess I'll go this. Can I click out? No. Okay. So this one is also, this one's also a pretty old one. So and I think this is the next in age. This is my altar to Hera, and it is in my bedroom because I'm married. And so there's a little shell here, and I have no idea what that is. It's probably not even a real rock, but it's pretty, and it's that same kind of like really nice like peacock blue. And then I put a piece of jewelry up there that I thought she would like, and I have not worn it, but I might now. Actually, I think the clasp was broken. That's probably why I put it up there. And then there's a candle that's one candle that has my name and the other one that has my husband's initial, which is actually turned around right now for privacy. And just some, I love France. And we went and we saw the Eiffel Tower together, which was a big thing for me. And I don't know why I put the seashell there, but I did. And it
works.
It is a very special shell. It's from a very particular animal that basically gets other shells and puts it on itself. And I can't remember what it's called. But it's just a very simple. I have this beautiful fan, obviously, it's gorgeous. And it actually is a fan, so I'm like, I can take it. I think I took it out and took it with me for the hair ritual last month.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, actually, I think it is, but the reception that was so terrible. We couldn't do any of that. Probably saw it. And then let's see here. Yeah, and then this is the altar that you guys may have seen in some streams. I should really do the Instagram streams again. People seem to like that. But this is right here in the office. It's literally right that direction. And I got this little column from Goodwill, so a thrift store. Some more of those lovely family containers. Some of them are Greek, and then this one's actually silver, and that's the bowl that has the alphabet stones in it. That I was bringing. And then we have some. I just recently I took this picture today, so I just recently put these glass jars out there that I was trying to find uses for, but ultimately failed. I even was like, oh, I should put like oils in them for like baths and stuff. And I bet Aphrodite would love it. But at the same time, glass in my bath.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, let's not. And then, one sec. Oh, and I have tea. Cheers. We both drank at the same time. And so I have like, there's lots of lighters and matches. There's lots of fire opportunities everywhere, basically. Like this very intense one right here. And this candles, as well as a couple other candles, are actually LED candles, again, which are a pain in the butt, but they're there. And so here's the remote. And I actually have ivy. You guys can kind of see it like right there around a mirror, but I didn't want to get the mirror in there. The mirror. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Oh, no, wait. I actually took a picture with it. There it is. So you guys can see it. And there's another candle holder right up here as well. Because I am a basic bitch who needs all of the, the candles.
I love candles. I always have.
I love candles.
So, like, fire. I found a religion that's like candles. Candles. You can
have
a candle addiction.
I really have a genuine interest in fire scrying, but also fire scrying. Like, the amount of times I have stared into a fire as a child is way too high.
Yeah.
And then my last and my newest one, which is
reading fire's very hard.
You know what I thought I might do? And it was funny because I told my stoner boyfriend this, and I was like, what if we got high? And then I looked at the smoke, and he was like, well, now you're just making shit up. And I'm like, but it's pretty. And there's definitely shapes and stuff in there. And like there was this trend on like TikTok. I don't know if it's real or not, that it was like, if you can focus, you can make the line be like straight. And I'm like, can we do that? Because I have some fun opportunities for smoke. And I have accidentally smoked myself to death, almost to death, at least once in my life. So probably two. I'm like, if we're gonna be honest here, just that's why anytime I stream and there's fire, I'm like, fire safety, guys.
Fire safety is a huge thing.
It's very important. We should not.
I remember there was one person, I don't remember what Discord server it was on, but they kept talking about how like their altar cloth was getting set on fire, and I was like, fire safety! And they thought that it was the gods communicating displeasure, and I'm like, is your candle on like a plate or anything? No. Well,
That seems like the problem.
Fire safety is huge.
Yeah, it's really important. It's super.
Fire safety is a very important thing.
Yes. Oh my god, I didn't even. Hold on. Okay, so we have this incense stick.
Oh yeah.
Right now, and like this is the altar that has that thing. So light on fire, please.
This is very cute, but my dog just popped up again, and like I can see her whole body wiggling with her tail just going like back and forth.
Aww. Okay.
She's like, Mom, it's bedtime out time. No, not yet.
I'm so short. Okay.
It's okay, I'm short too.
So hopefully that'll work, and we can get to see this cool thing that I specifically bought that I almost never use because honestly these incenses are huge and they make a lot of smell, and it's right behind me.
The cones make a lot of smoke.
Oh, here, hold on. Before actually we do that, I'll show you guys this. This is like a semi-altar, okay? Like this is the most jank ass thing. So here. Shh, that was never on the altar. We only support drinking and recreational use of legal things if you are of legal age.
Correct.
I am 33, I think.
I am 23, so I have a well-earned glass of wine.
Okay. I am not in any way influenced at this moment. However, here is the reason why I always have trouble remembering my age. First off, I never remember how old anybody is. Second, which is why if you're a minor, remind me. Because I forget constantly. I make it a point to not remember, actually. And it's really great because then I can meet people and I'm like, it doesn't matter how old you are. Like, I vibe with you, right? Which is how I got not how I got my bestie, but my bestie's, I think, like 10, 20. She's 20 years-ish older than me. Anyway, she just had her 50th. So
bitter and old and bitter.
Right. So anyway, so that you're bitter and old and bitter. Oh, I thought you were making that joke.
No, I was just reading.
I was like, you're not old.
I am not old.
But anyway, so for many years, so we're gonna say more than 3, okay? Actually, I think it was probably exactly like 5 or 6. I continued to go on the, like, I told my little brother this years before. I'm like, I'm going to turn 25 and I'm going to stay 25. And so I had been telling him this years before I turned 25. And then I turned 25 and then I was 25 for like 5-6 years. It wasn't until after I turned 30 where I was like, damn, honey, I look better when I'm older. And so I genuinely do. I've gotten better, guys. I look like a prepubescent boy for like all of my teen years and into my 20s, okay? Like, and that's not to say anything bad for prepubescent boys or how they look or whatever, but I'm just saying that was not the look that I wanted or was going for, and it didn't go well, okay? So it did not look good. Anyway, so that's why I don't remember how old I am, okay? Because and honestly, it's taken me a couple years to be like, oh, I'm not 25. Okay. So I think it was when I turned 30 that I was like, I'm 30 now. We've had 5 years. It's fine. So this is my, we're going to call this a working space because it's at my desk and I use it for things. And frankly, if I put this thing anywhere, it gets knocked down so many times. And this is the only place I've actually put it that it hasn't gotten knocked down. So this is a little owl for Athena because of course we're at my office, and an ashtray for things. And I have actually lit incense in the ashtray too. And this is also one of those metal things that I got from my grandma. She gave me the blue Greek ones as well as a bunch of metal stuff, which is really nice. Some of which are silver, most of which is not. And she thinks it's silver, but it's okay. And then I have this blue stone. I think isn't this lapis lazuli?
Yeah, I think it's lapis lazuli.
And that one's associated with like mental clarity and stuff. It does. Also, I'm sorry. Hold on. This ashtray, this adorable ashtray with cat ears, actually has a cat face underneath the thing. And it's from the Dollar Tree.
That's so cute.
Right? It's adorable. I just put some sand in it because I was like, I did intend to actually burn some incense. I cut all my incense sticks in half because a whole one's just too much. Okay. Okay, I think it's like halfway down now. So that's perfect. So now I want to show you guys the altar. I was stalling, guys. I was stalling because this altar is my newest one, and this is for both. Oh, I can definitely smell it. Woo. Is for Hermes. Yeah, they last longer too, and exactly the point. Like I don't feel the need to burn a whole incense stick, so I don't. And me kind of I also buy my incense sticks from Dollar Tree. Don't hate me. I'm like kind of broke. And yeah, and that's, I do want to encourage that, like, you can get a little ashtray from like the Dollar Tree and get your incense from the Dollar Tree and stuff. You don't have to have really expensive stuff. Most of the stuff I didn't buy, and all this bowl, I know it looks super pretty and stuff. I got it from Goodwill. It was like $3. So I saw it and I immediately had to have it. So there's for Dionysus right there. It's unfortunately too small for me to put the tequila bottle and that. Yeah, tequila bottle is pretty huge. And then underneath it we have Hades, and we have a different 3D Cerberus statue that I printed. And we have some quartz and a black stone, which I have no idea what it is, that's behind the statue, weighing it down so it doesn't tip over because it's right near the window. Although it never has tipped over, but you know. And I actually physically myself dug those up out of a river that had been dried up near Fresno, actually.
Oh.
I can't remember where exactly. I have it pinned on my map to go back there, but I literally have an entire bag of like quartz rocks.
I love that.
I need a tumbler, you guys. This is a mini ketchup bottle that I emptied and reused as a tiny vase for some very well kept dead flowers that I got and dried myself.
Love it.
And then here's the incense. So I want to get my phone and go over there so we can see the incense because it's just so pretty. Like, All right, so I'm gonna turn this camera off, and I'm going to go to my own link that I sent you. And that way we'll be able to go with me on camera. Okay, now you guys are seeing me, I think.
Not yet. You're still kind of small.
I am. This is my cell phone.
Well, I just mean like you're in the bottom corner.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna stop that.
There we go.
Oh, I'm hearing myself.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Whew. Oh, that smells so much. Let me change the camera settings. Facing back. There we go. So let's turn the light on actually. I just wanted to show somebody my cute little.
That looks so pretty on the little pedestal.
I know, right? Oh, I also 3D printed that too.
I love it.
And then, and then this one's actually incense thing too, but I'll show you guys the thing. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to show it all.
It's so cute. Yoga swing. Sorry. I sneezed. I saw yoga swing.
These are all my projects.
I love yoga swings.
I mean, we're here now, so welcome everyone to my office. It is a wreck. But I actually have a yoga swing in the other room. It's really hard hearing myself.
I absolutely love yoga swings. They are, you're not supposed to use them for naps, but they are the best nap place. Oh, you're muted. You are muted.
I fall asleep meditating all the time.
I do too. Funny story related to meditation. So I'm a musician. I play in ensembles, large ensembles, right? One time we were playing Firebird by Stravinsky, where I had to wait like 400 something measures of music, which is a ridiculously long time.
That is long.
To play one crash cymbal. I'm a percussionist. So in undergrad, I had the best crashes out of literally everyone in the department, including doctoral. So, yeah.
Nice.
And it was like 475 measures or something like that. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, it's a half-hour long piece, right? So basically towards the end. And I fell asleep in a chair one time. And the principal percussionist was like, "Psst, Brianna, wake up. What are you doing?" And I literally peeked my eye open and I went, "I'm meditating, you asshole." And he just gave me this look like, "We're in an ensemble, so I can't call you out. But, like, that's bullshit. You were sleeping." And I was like, "No, I was meditating, man." Because, like, people were playing when he was doing this, right?
That's funny. That's
hilarious.
Awesome.
Yes, there is a reason, like, on Discord, my username is Salty Mermaid. Because it is a play on words. Yes, it is because mermaids swim in the ocean, and the ocean's salty, but also, like, I am salty in the slang term of salty.
Yes.
But that's one of my favorite stories, because, like, every single time someone will wake me up, I'll just be like, "I'm meditating." I don't know why. It's just, like, a thing. It happened at a fraternity party, too. Like,
I love that it's happened more than once.
It has happened more than once. Like, the fraternity party was just a dude making sure that, like, I was alive and I was okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Like, I'm not a huge drinker, despite me having a glass of wine. Like, I'm not a huge drinker.
Well, it's almost it's going to 11:30 for you, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, so it's okay.
Yeah,
and frankly,
it was a rough day. I have
you
to
can
listen
drink
to
whenever you want. That's why you become an adult.
Okay, so fun
not
fact.
That we have choices of whether or not.
I have the bottle over here, but for refills. But I also just got this, and, like, I don't know why I'm just showing this, but I got this today, which is
oh my god,
card holder.
that's right.
I forgot about this. This is a card holder, like a tarot card holder, which the cards go here. It has the moons because witchcraft stuff. But this is, like, the perfect size for, like, a tea light. And this you could put, like, offerings, like, safe offerings, like, maybe, like, some resin, incense, or, like, I love using chocolate chips as offerings. Like,
I put chocolate in all my offerings.
Chocolate chips
I have a 100% cocoa bar. It tastes awful. Tastes disgusting.
The gods don't care about taste.
They don't, but it was expensive for a chocolate bar. But it was like a $7 chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Which is insane. And it actually is named Ritual Chocolate. Ooh. And I was like, well, I have to get it now.
Seriously. I bake a lot. I'm a huge baker. So, like, when I buy chocolate chips, I do not buy the little packs. I buy, like, the huge ones with the resealable zipper on them.
I should totally do that. That's a great idea.
Especially if you have something little like this, or, like, I have my little offering bowls, which, like, I have one right here.
If you use something,
but, like,
for offerings, if you use it often and it's not perishable, like, exactly. I know people put, like, they put, like, lavender seeds and all sorts of, like, seeds and herbs, not lavender seeds, lavender herb.
But, like, I'm planning to use this for my main altar so that if, like, there's a deity, I don't have to lean it against the wall or something, because I picked Io out. but like
it
just rests in it. And then, like, you can put a little light for them. So, Dio's just been chilling next to the wine bottle, which he did pick out, by the way. I had a rough day of classes.
I don't know what happened to it.
I also have a card holder. Classes. But, like, I could probably get 2 of the Oracle cards on it. If it's a regular, like, tarot-sized card or smaller-ish than the Oracle card, right? You could probably fit 3. But for the Oracle cards, I could fit 2, which, like, those are pretty big. Which, like, I mean, it was pretty cheap, so I'm not mad about
also,
it.
you can just get, so actually Hellenic Handmaiden has it, and I might sell some
she has, like, 3D printed stands.
It's 3D printed ones, and you can also get a business card holder, again, from Dollar Tree. They have some really good metal ones.
Some kind of holder like that would be really good.
It would be a really good way to do that. And actually, because I just moved my stuff here, like as you said that you showed us where a bunch of your stuff was in the cubbies. I had right here where this trash can, which was holding the stuffed avocado, but now I moved the stuffed avocado, so he's not there anymore. I literally just put it there specifically to hold him up. I was looking for my card holder, but so it was here, and now I have it's a little metal stand. Actually, I do want to show this to you guys. I'm not gonna be able to show it to you guys like that. I can show it to you with this camera. Hold on. Fortunately, I have 2 cameras.
All the cameras.
I do have a few cameras. Hold on. It's not a good. Oh, not that one. Oh, it's not plugged in. Hold on.
Sometimes just thinking out of the box, rather than thinking you need like specific things, just think outside the box a little bit, and it can make your altars go from like overwhelming to what you're doing. Though I will say, even though this whole stream has been about altars are like not required. I didn't have an altar for a while, so just something to keep in mind. Victoria's doing something funky, so.
There we go.
You're back.
Hey guys. Okay, so this is my shittier camera, but it'll work for the moment. I got this right here. It is, I don't know if, come on. So it's just a little metal 3-tiered cabinet, and you can kind of see maybe, or not. Maybe I should just not move it. There we go. And I got adhesive. This is what it looks like. Okay, so there you guys have reference. Here, look at yourselves. Or not. So that is just we have an airplane if you guys can hear it. Change my video back to me.
Ooh, I like this comment. So I was talking about how an altar isn't necessary, and let's see, an altar
is a focus object. Yes,
that's what crystals are for me. Because I can actually like hold it. I can actually hold it rather than like a statue or something. A focus object is great, but it's definitely not necessary. I think, what server was it? There's a server that does like a daily news thing with different quotes from like primary sources.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah. I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but there was one recently about silent prayers. And everyone was like, haha, the gods can hear me. I'm pretty sure it was that one.
It's one of our partnered servers, actually. Hellenists.
Yes, that one.
They do the daily muse. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure they had one about silent prayer and like how that was just as meaningful. So like.
Oh yeah, it is like, and this is where look, altars are just pretty to look at. And that's why I like, and also nobody cares but us.
Yes.
And we want to show off our pretty things.
Yes.
It took us years to collect these, but it is absolutely not necessary. It is not required. Anyone who tells you that is bullshit. And even a focus object is also really great. And you know what? For my meditations, my focus object was my yoga swing, because it blocked out the world and made me feel very safely held and encased. It was very comforting to me. And so it helped me to focus, because I have a brain that runs 1,000,000 miles an hour. So, but also not necessary.
Yeah. I mean, I know in a pinch, some people might not agree with this, but I have 100% like pulled up a picture of a deity off of like Pinterest or something, and that is my focal point. Especially on the road or something. Like
printed pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Printed pictures are fine. Preferably you would support a local artist, but like if you can't, I mean, A, no one's gonna know, and B, no one's gonna care. Anyone, what is it? People who mind don't matter, and people who don't people who
mind don't matter, and people who don't mind matter.
People who matter don't mind.
Yes,
that's what it is. And again, nothing. You don't need anything. I feel like one of the reasons that we do a lot of people end up with altars and stuff is like, for me, and I think this will probably resonate with a few people, is that I found my home. I found my, and I always define it as home, because that's the feeling I felt when I found Hellenism. But it's like your religious home, right? A lot of people, or your community, your people. To be fair, I found the home first, and then I found the people. So, and we want to show it off. We want to share it. We want to have these things that remind us that we have our home. We have something that means something to us, and it is a physical representation of that. And admittedly, we also live in a consumerist society that, encourages us to do these things. But again, also, as we've shown, a lot of our shit is not like, we're not throwing bank at this stuff. I don't even have bank to throw. But I'm not saying that if I did have bank, I wouldn't absolutely make like a garden, like temple thing for me. I would totally do that. But
I would totally do that too.
I would. But a lot like that incense thing, I got it from Wish, but it was like $1.50 because I wanted this badly. But still, I'm not justifying my purchase because I don't need to. But as I showed, hold on, where is it? Recycled ketchup bottle. Like,
yeah. I think it's human nature that we just like to collect our shinies, Like,
yes, exactly. You can like to own things without it necessarily being consumerist.
Yeah.
And there is a difference between personal property and private property. There is, yes.
There definitely is.
But yeah, like you said, it's like it makes us happy.
It does.
I have one more little altar, the bottom part of this altar here, which is for Hermes. And I don't know why I thought I can just see Hermes. This was given to me, this Maui thing, because I had a friend who went.
I love it.
My partner went to Maui, and I was like, I can just see, like, in between shifts, quote unquote. Exactly. Does it bring you joy? I read that book. I love it. It is within reach.
I love that
I could
book.
grab it right now. I highly recommend that. I highly recommend the first and the last third of the book. The middle, not so much. The middle is all about the technique of folding things. But if you're looking for it as like something that impacts your life, the first is her story of how she started organizing and realizing the impact it had on her, and then the end bit is it talks about how it's impacted some of her clients, and and a little bit more spiritually stuff too. And I actually, it's like tab, but it is a great book. It's a great book. And I think that quote has really made a difference in my life. Does it bring you joy? But yeah, so I could just see Hermes just zipping and being like, I'm going to take a little like 20-minute trip to Hawaii. Why? Because I can.
I can see that.
Right? And this is also 3D printed. It's the Caduceus with the Caduceus? No. Is that what it's called? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, surrounded by laurel leaves, and it's beautiful and amazing. And I cannot sell this on our Etsy, unfortunately, because of rights. But it is so pretty. This was a candle given to me, and it traveled here from relatives in another state, so I thought it'd be cool. The candle holder means nothing; it's just a candle holder. But it is really cool because I actually got it from Goodwill. Because if you flip it over, it's a tea light candle holder.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. I like that.
That is cool.
And then this little dish here, this incense, also from Dollar Tree. And I made a little money bowl with it. So as you can see, that incense thing used to be here because it is scorched. That thing gets hot. That's why I put it on the pedestal. Just checking on the pedestal. Y'all would see if it caught on fire. Y'all would let me know. And so I want to show you guys here. See, this is just a little shitty corner shelf I just bought, I think, from I don't know where. Probably Walmart or Amazon or something ages ago when I was in college. And I have purchased the sticky paper that looks like marble, and it's there now. Just for aesthetically pleasing purposes. And that's why I actually showed you that the metal on the thing next to my desk that has that. So that there's a little metal shelf that has all of like my dried flowers and my tarot cards, my oracle cards, like all of that stuff. It has like all my little supplies and things and little candles that I use for my personal practice, which I do keep separate from everything that is used for Hellenic Herald stuff, by the way. For like that gets sold. So like I had bath stuff, and I'm making like mini altars and stuff, and that doesn't go with my personal stuff. But what I did was that little shelf, it's like a $10 little shelf thing, and I bought that sticky paper, and I covered it with that to give it a less industrial, more like decorative, classy like vibe. And that just kind of goes into that whole like, repurpose, reuse, it's budget, make things budget friendly if you want to do it. If you have the money, have at it, go nuts, good on you. But like, if you don't, there's many things that you can, upcycle.
Yeah, upcycle.
Yeah,
and I think actually one of the purposes,
altars, by the way.
Yeah, one of the purposes for altars is just a reminder that like you see it and you get that visual reminder to connect.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people really enjoy that because we don't have like a holy place to go to necessarily. Like we don't have a church, we don't have a synagogue, we don't have a
that's
mosque.
Definitely.
So for a lot of people, the sacred place is the home. And creating a sacred place within your house can bring a lot of people just like to a different place. Like it sounds very
and
woo-woo,
it's historically accurate.
It is. Like worship and religion does not have to be separate from your daily life.
Yes, and that's where daily devotional stuff is really popular too. And actually, that's what when I walk by, that's why I love my main altar, and I haven't changed it in like years. I've added to it, but like because I walk through that, like there's the bedrooms and the hallway, and then the living room and the kitchen, and so every day I get up and I walk past, and I think usually after I've already made my breakfast because before I'm barely conscious.
Yeah.
But I'll be just nod to, and I got a habit of like nodding to my altar or just touching it as I pass by, and it is that reminder to connect with the gods, and yeah, and which is also why I wanted to have some stuff on my desk and in my office. So okay, I gotta tell you guys this, and I think this would be a fun note to end off on. My atheist boyfriend is like legitimately mad that we don't have like a church, and he's like, how much would it cost to like just build a thing? I'm like you and every other person I've ever met, like, who's even, we're all like, we just want to build like our own temple. And it's really funny what's in my camera. It was weird for a second. Is I just saw like a little floaty thing, and at first I thought it was smoke, and I'm like, what's on fire on my desk? I'm like, nothing. So we have sacred places. They are overrun with tourists. Yes. Which is hilarious because I also intend on being a tourist to go to Nashville, Tennessee. Although that's not so much like that's kind of a sacred place. I don't know. As close as I'm going to get to Greece right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just really funny because like everyone I know wants to build a little temple, and so I'm sorry. Hold on, excuse me. Fuck little. I want a giant temple. Right? Yeah, it is easier to get to.
Yes.
Yeah. I would love us goals. Patreon, GoFundMe. I don't know what. Send me a check. I'm sorry, I'm dying. Because my boyfriend was just like, how much does it maybe like buy a piece of land out somewhere? And I'm like, I love your enthusiasm. That's like hundreds of thousands of dollars, like to like buy. Because I also live in LA, and there's a lot of us pagans and stuff in LA. But yeah, I don't know if it counts. It counts for me. Going to the reconstruction of the whatever in Tennessee. I consider that a religion. It would, because it would be solely for that. So it would be a religious trip. But yeah, churches. Maybe we can get one funded someday.
Maybe one
Church, temple, worship, place of worship, whatever. I literally tell my grandma anytime I'm doing anything for Hellenic Herald, I tell her it's for my church because I cannot explain it to her any other way. Look, English is this woman's third language, okay? So
she gets a pass.
Yeah, she gets a total pass. And actually, I remember when I told her, and it was after I got that pillar, I went to her and I was like, I get it now, Grandma, because this is what happened. And she like legit went into the God, they're giving you a sign. And she didn't say gods, but I knew this is what she meant. She's like, God's giving you a sign, and like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Grandma.
I was talking about that with my best friend last night. He's agnostic, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, I don't get religion. And I was like, and he was talking about, leaving Christianity and going towards Hellenism for me. And I'm like, when I prayed to the Christian God, he didn't answer. And when I started praying to the Hellenic gods, they answered. And I cannot describe it, because if you've never had that divine experience, there are no words. And he was like, you are the first person that has made me go, religion has a purpose beyond just like manipulating the population.
Interestingly enough, and I just want to show this, the purpose of religion is to provide comfort.
It really is.
It is. I would go, because I do use the word home. And do not get me wrong, that was an immense comfort when I first found the word Hellenism and I said it out loud. And then I was like, I tell this story a bunch. Like, I got this wash of home over me, and I was like, it was the most comforting thing like ever. And it was, I swear to you, I started crying. It was so intense for me. But it was an immense comfort. This is a comfort to me. Like, every morning walking by my altar is a comfort to me. When I have found myself in dire hysterics because of life crap. And I found myself, this is probably one of my most embarrassing stories. I just remember suddenly, like, I've told this story too, because it's one of those moments where I went to my grandma and I was like, Grandma, and she's like, religion.
Yeah.
And I was like, where I was in like hysterical fit, and next thing I know, like I swear it was like I blacked out, was in front of my altar all of a sudden on my knees with my own hair burning in the offering pot and candles on, and it was on fire, and I was like, wait, what happened? And then I like slowly remembered the things I did, and I was like, I was not driving. And it was really weird to me. And I remember posting about it and asking for some advice from other Hellenists that I knew. And they were like, it sounds like the gods told you to leave it in their hands. And I was like, but I was like, can we address the not driving part?
Like, that's dangerous.
But like, it was immensely comforting, and I stopped crying. So, you know.
Yeah. Maybe we can, like, circle back to this next week. But, like, I have had, like, full breakdowns where I have just been like, Dionysus, please help me. I don't want to feel like this anymore.
Religious experience talk. Yes.
Yeah, we might need to have this next week because, like, we could go on and on about this. But, like, just a wash of, like, comfort of, like, you are not alone. Even though I live alone, there is no one here except me and my dog, but just, like, a hug, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's also, I didn't do affirmations and shit before Hellenic Herald. I didn't. I mean, I tried to a few times, but I just didn't. And implementing it not only in my practice, but also as part of the community that I'm doing in honor of the gods, has actually helped me keep doing it. As a being, yeah, the loneliness is hard, and that's why I have to say, finding my church, which is you guys, was a big thing for me, because I remember when I joined Hellenion, and it was better, but they were using a forum, and like forums, as we convinced them at some point, were dead. Like yes. It was very clunky. It just wasn't easy to use. So the community wasn't as strong as the, you know, hey everyone, like people come into the server and they're like, good morning everyone. And I wake up and I see like 4 good mornings. I'm like, good morning guys. Like, hey.
It's just a nice feeling.
Yeah. And even if you're alone, like you said, in your house, the feeling like you're having a way to connect with the gods, whether it be a focus item, an altar, divination, or just meditation.
I've had some crazy meditations.
I look forward to I've had one crazy meditation.
I've had some crazy ones.
But to be fair, I haven't been meditating for a long time because I fell out of the habit, and yeah. She's not my favorite organizations. Yeah. We're not. Let me rephrase it. Sorry. Good point. And thank you, Sovereign Lady. Oh, man.
That is a whole topic.
That's a whole thing.
Like, that's a whole stream. Like, we have, like, 4 or 5 stream ideas now.
Yeah, and I have to say, if we're going to talk about that, because I think most Sovereign Lady knows what's up. I think you know what's up.
I know what's
up. And a lot
of
people who were on the server for a while know what's up. But, like, we don't love Hellenion. I will absolutely not tell anyone to not join if they are looking for a home. You know, that's where they think they're going to find it. That there's plenty of information out there that got spread around from a variety of people about them, along with other problematic things. I know Alakai recently came out with a list that was pretty good of, you know, who's of some problematic organizations and people within the community. But in any group, especially those, I think, who feel outcasted, or especially when it comes to religion, there's always people who are just going to take shit too far, not take shit far enough.
Yeah.
And there's always cliques. Look, we had cliques in high school. We'll have cliques as adults too. And I feel also, especially those of us, we were cult founders. Yeah, but cultiness is not okay.
Yeah.
And ethno-nationalists are also not okay. All the isms, you know, just
I was
all
actually
the
talking about this last night.
Really?
Yeah, because my best friend, like, he's agnostic, but he wanted to know about my religion more.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, I feel like in every religion there are people that take it too far, and there are people that use it to fearmonger. I'm like, no, you're right.
Or to justify.
And I was like, even in as small of a religion as Hellenism is, there is fearmongering. There is bigotry. And people will use any religion to justify their bullshit.
People will use anything to justify their bullshit.
Exactly.
Like, let's just say that. Like, they will, like, anything. Because they need to justify their bullshit.
And he was like, you are the first religious person that I have talked to that has been like, no, you're right. And I'm like, it shouldn't be like a secret. Like, it's out there.
Yeah. And I'm very and I thank you for coming in, and any one of my guests and our mods and the people like who put out videos and content, whether on, you know, platforms, and especially on video, especially with our faces, because look, someone could see us from work and maybe it won't go well. We don't know, and that's a risk that we're willing to take, because bitch, I am who I am.
Yeah.
You get to be you. I get to be me.
If someone doesn't like the fact that I am a composer who is openly pagan, and eventually I'm going to have my portraits, instead of the stereotypical like black box thing, be like me running through a field with flower crowns. Someone doesn't like that, too bad. Because my aim as a composer is to basically bring ancient Greek music into the modern day. And
there's also that
tell stories.
Like a lot of
Why
things.
should we be boring?
No, and there is so much that, like you said, like people will use it to justify things, and that's not cool, and we do not condone it. I also try not to be mean either.
Yes, we try not to be mean.
I try to cause any more controversy than's already in the community, because anytime anything happens, we're such a small community, like everyone knows about it.
Everyone knows.
Which is really funny now, because I get people messaging me personally, and I'm like, did you find out about it? And I'm like,
It's like when the Discord raids happen. It's like when the Discord raids happen. Like, one server gets hit, everyone knows.
We just did that. Yeah. That's literally what just happened. I actually messaged somebody else, and they were like, oh, Salty Mermaid already messaged us. And I was like, awesome. So on that note, there are shitty people and who will tell you that you need this and you need that, and you should be this and you shouldn't be that. Or, you know, you have to follow our rules and the way that we do things, and that's bullshit. And you can put pretty rocks that you found on your walk in the morning, or you can put pretty rocks that you found from a store, or like me, I wasn't allowed to take stuff from the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, they're kind of persnickety there.
I know. I didn't say they told me. My boyfriend did. It's really cool though. But I understand. Those things are different because we're protecting things so that they can be around for our children. Children.
I've been to like 30 plus national and state parks. We might have to do like some places I had like divine experiences. That could be fun. Like places in nature we've had just like connections. That could be cool.
I have not had those for the record.
Really?
No, because, and that's the funny thing about Artemis. I'm not like a woodsy person. And yet Artemis was the statue that had a very clear, I'm here and don't move me. And on that big altar that I have, which was really funny, because I'm like, I don't know how to honor you. Like I'm femme, presenting and like female gendered or whatever thing. Bleh.
Words.
That was terrible. I'm so
late.
sorry to everybody. I'm so sorry.
It's getting late.
That is not meant in disrespect. Words didn't work, and I haven't had dinner yet, you guys. And I'm really hungry. So with that amazing flub, Artemis is a god. She is, and I hope that archery might be the thing that I do with her. We'll find out. I've tried growing things, and I'm terrible at that. I'm terrible at growing things, you guys. I struggle with finding ways to honor her. Shall go eat food and such. Yes, so we're gonna go eat
yes,
food
you
and
need
such.
to
But thank you all for joining us.
Yes,
thank you for staying up with me.
You're welcome.
And
I'm a gamer. Like, this is not even late for me.
I've recently instituted a midnight bedtime for myself, so I'm
as
not
long as
saying
I'm like
succeeding.
winding down by midnight, I'm okay, because then I'll fall asleep by 1. And I'm like, that's
Nice.
pretty good considering how big of a gamer I am.
This ain't late. True.
Yeah.
As you get old, I have no idea how old you are, Sovereign Lady, and
I'm
you don't
23.
have to tell. But no, Sovereign Lady, I know how old you are.
Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
10 years older than you.
Yeah, that's true.
It hits 2 a.m. hits different after 30, man. 2 a.m. it hits different. And that coughing is for signs to be say, I do. There you go. You're with me. You're closer to me. Perpetually 28, obviously. Yes, exactly.
It's a good age.
Perpetually 25, perpetually 20. It is a good age. It's a great age. I think that's the age where you're not like old, but like
you're not old,
also,
but you're not a dumbass.
Yes, you like learn shit already. Like you're getting there.
I'm still in the dumbass phase of life, but hopefully I'm coming out of it soon.
As you get what degree?
My master's.
Yeah, I don't even have a bachelor's. Like, not that you need a degree to be smart, but like, it was just a fun thing I could poke at you with.
Yeah, it's okay.
We love all of you. May the gods bless
Yes.
you. Friday we're doing our book club, and we have Minecraft on Saturday. And next week is the Lesser Mysteries, which we have some fun things happening. And if you aren't already, if you're not already on the server, like, and we're not telling anyone until the Lesser Mysteries. So, because it's a mystery.
Oh, I like that. Sunshine and happiness to you. Oh my God. I'm stealing that. I love that. I'm stealing that.
Good night. And thank you so much to our amazing mod who stayed up very late. Thanks to all of you for joining and for popping in. May the gods bless you. Have a wonderful day. All right.